Hey guys, it's Sid here with SVTperformance.com, and we're still Bowling Green, Kentucky for the NMRA World Finals, Holley Intergalactic Ford Fest. I'm going to take you guys for a little walk through the car show area. And when I say a little walk, I might be underestimating it a bit because it's a huge car show field. Starting things off though, Jack's Wax is here, always supporting the car show crowd. A lot of guys use their products. Looks like the first thing up is a Fiat with a SVO non-intercooled motor in it. You don't see that every day. Cobra 2. We're going to try to power walk this. The only problem is this thing is uphill, downhill, and everything else. So if I get out of breath, sorry. I'm fat and old. What can I say? Really nice looking 351 in here. 2-barrel. Cleveland car. Seeing a lot of very nice first generation Broncos. This one 302 swapped. Very nicely done. New Bronco. And Coyote Mustang. And check out this thing. Absolutely beautiful. VMP blower under the hood on the Coyote. Just done to the nines. One of my favorite things about this particular car, check out these rear wheels on this thing. This is slick. Absolutely gorgeous. I love that finish. Fantastic looking dash. Just everything in this car screams perfection. And the finish that's on the wheels, duplicated up here on all the bright work. It's a subtle thing, but it looks really good, even under the windshield wipers. Get on around up here. This is going to be a little bit of a walk today. Got the drifting and time attack going on over there. Way up there, off-road course. And more car shows. Something I've been seeing get more and more popular is Bronco 2s. Those have gone up in price quite a bit since Ford announced, the new Bronco coming out. And a lot of people never liked these things, but I always did. I always enjoyed the squared off Rangers of these years. And this was sort of a precursor of the Explorer. Always like that. Edelbrock blower on an RTR car. Another Coyote car. Getting on up around. Convertible Fox. Big cowl hood on a S197.
It has run a best of 820s last year.
Got a Ranger.
Let's see how they tuned it up for today.
It's a little bit of everything in this. So you see sort of just like daily driven, nicely modded stuff to heavily modified Hellion twin turbo kit, sniper intake manifold on a Coyote. And it looks like this car actually gets driven some. I mean, that's nice. Good setup. Vortex blower on a Mach 1.
There's that B100.
And look at this lovely F100. Big fat bias ply rear tires. You got all the Holley goodies on there. Full sniper setup. This probably belongs to a Holley employee. But I like how nicely integrated over here on the fender well all the electronics are. GT. Another F100, a little bit older, but still very nice. Still rocking a carburetor. Nothing in the world wrong with that. Good looking wood bed too. Now at least I get to walk downhill for a few minutes. See a convertible Terminator, a GT350R. Nice GT, looks like a trick flow manifold from here. Yes it is. This is always one of my favorite manifolds for the push rod cars. Let's go over here and take a look at this Terminator. And it looks like it is fairly stock. Still has the pulley cover on it. Oh, look what he's hiding. Can't hide the smaller pulley, even though you try. Does duck with the Motorcraft battery though. Gotta have it green. Custom paint job on that S550. And then over here, a little bit more modified Screaming Yellow Terminator. Beautiful car. Don't see these things nearly as much as we used to until this one's an 04. Because the seats. Nice, looks like it may have a Stegmeyer blower on it. And of course, smaller pulley, got to get that more power. Roush F150. Got another Mach 1. Let's take a look at that, see if it has anything special going on under the hood. Don't see a ton of these comp orange Mach 1s anymore either. JLT intake, older JLT intake, you can tell because it's painted. JLT stopped offering that. Pull over back here, more custom paint on that Coyote. One with the painted wheels, that's pretty nice. I like this F-150, very nice blue. Anything going on under the hood? Yeah, it's got a Coyote with some dress-up parts on it. Speaking of Coyotes, this thing is slick, and one of the little hidden features I like, through bed exhaust, you can tell been lowered a lot. Really, really nice under hood, super cleaned off. I really like how they made the panel for the firewall and the fenders here, just to hide everything. And just to make it even cooler, speed holes with a little bit of mesh in there. Nice setup. It's those little finishing touches that really make stuff like that. Continue on down and around here. Fox body with a little bit of a patinaed look. And I think we might be able to cut back over after I take a look at this Fox. Does this one have the old Holley Systemax intake manifold on it? Yes, it does. This is probably actually my favorite of these old 5-liter intakes. I really like that Holley one. Trick Flow is great too, but you just don't see the Holleys nearly as much. And you see the reason I cut back over. There's another Terminator, painted factory blower, JLT intake tube, looks like, all painted up. Number 10. 10th anniversary car, convertible. And check this out. So we got new Whipple. Oh, shiny lid. Good looking. I'm sure that car makes halfway decent power. Not every day you see a lifted up Expedition. Coyote swap Fox in that thing. Super clean. NMRA valve covers, GLT carbon fiber intake tube. Nice. See what's lurking under the hood over here. Ooh, pretty. I like how they went with the serpentine belt set up on the Fiat here. Again, see they're just keeping everything clean on the fender wells. Very nice. The Phytec fuel injection system. 2-valve SVO, and a green SVO. I haven't seen one this color in a long time. Very nice. So difference between the old Fiat we saw down the hill and this one. This one has the intercooler, and of course, if you guys didn't know, got the scoop in the hood that delivers air from there to there. It's one of the features they added to the SVOs over the years. Check this out. Is this a Skyliner? No, it's not. Starliner. But Coyote swapped. And we've got Bigfoot going up through here. Thing sounds awesome. Let's cut around here to the back side. This just goes on forever and ever. I'm not going to be able to walk up and down all these rows because it's, I mean, we're getting up on 10 minutes here and that's kind of crazy. But, you know, if you guys want to see more long form versions of us just walking around these car shows and looking at these cars, let me know. I'm more than willing to do it. It's just, you know, a lot of people don't hang on all the way to the end. Check this out. Another big, beautiful Whipple supercharger under the hood on a Coyote GT. Got these GT350 replica wheels. Soft spot in my heart for these old body style Fords. Specifically, old bullnose F-150. Beautiful truck. Had one very similar to this growing up. This has the Ranger Lariat package, so that's nice. Ours actually had the tack in it. The interior very similar. It's a blue truck, XLT. It was an 83 model. It had more options than the 98 Ranger I traded in on. It had cruise control and tilt wheel and all the good stuff. Power windows and door locks. I didn't have any of that in my Ranger. That's probably why I have a soft spot for those old bullnose trucks. And contrast that with brand new 2021 F-150. Got a new Bronco pulling in over here. And check out this old body style. Notice it's become more and more popular to swap on the 08 to 2010 front bumper on these trucks, and it's crazy. It's a Super Duty bumper, but it fits perfectly on this. Fits body lines great, looks good. Actually shortens the overall length of the truck just a hair. I think it's got a slick paint job on it. Nice sticky outy tires too. I-Spot modified Cobra. This thing looks like it's got a Coyote swap, the Vortec, nope, Pro Charger, Supercharger, and a Cobra Jet intake manifold. It's not too bad. He'd probably make some more power if he'd stick that air intake down in a fender somewhere. GT500, very nice. Like the silver ones. Wouldn't mind having one of those with a glass roof. Also wouldn't mind having a nice adventure van. Nice setup with the awning out. Head on back over here. We'll look at that in just a minute. I want to see what's going on with this thing. Fox Fairmont, and check that out. Carbureted intake on a Coyote. Don't see that every day. But that looks pretty good. So like I said, something we're going to check out you don't see every day. One would be the Funkmaster Flex Expedition. I see one of these about once a year, and this one's nice slick paint job and everything. We've got a Jeep in the Ford show. A lot of people don't know is Ford. It should say right here on it. It might be hidden by the, does look like it's hidden behind the spare tire here, but this is stamped with Ford on it. Ford built these Jeeps in World War II. Unless you think I'm full of it, all you gotta do is look at the Ford F right there. Ford stamped everything on these with Ford, with either an F, so there's another F on that handle, F on that bracket, just a Ford F. They put it everywhere to the point that the military tried to get them to stop branding it because they thought that Ford was using it as a way to sort of low-key market to the soldiers in World War II. In reality, what it was is Ford didn't want to have to warranty for any of the other various manufacturers of Jeeps screw-ups. So they're like, hey, we made it right, we're going to put the F on it. Trying to see, no, can't see the panel on it back here, but this thing is super, super clean. Great looking little Ford Jeep. Another little known fact, the iconic Jeep grill, that was a Ford design. Ford created the Jeep grill. The original prototype Jeeps had a, it was like a wire mesh and welded rod type grill. It's way more complicated than this, and then Ford got a hold of it and said we can make something way cheaper and easier, just as durable. And so they, instead of making that welded piece with probably made of 10, 12 different pieces, they just knocked this grill out, one stamping. That's Ford efficiency beating the Nazis. Going on around, nicely swapped in Coyote. Got the GT350 style valve covers on it. Looks like they're not using cam phasing, but they do have Cobra Jet, newer Cobra Jet intake on a new edge. But we could just keep going on and on here. Twin turbo F100 over there with a radiator in the bed. They actually drift that thing. That's pretty good. But let me see, there's something around here that I definitely want to end on. Oh, and I see it. It's over here behind this first gen Bronco. Lots and lots of cars. If you guys are interested in seeing some different setups, this is a good place to come because there's a little bit of everything. Another Vortec Cobra. One of my absolute favorite colors of any Mustang is this. I would not mind having a SN95, that color. Oh, speaking of interesting setup, you see Vortec blower on the trick valve 2-valve modular intake manifold. You don't see a ton of these around. It sort of mimics the bullet intake, but you know, TrickFlow made those for a few years. Speaking of things you don't see every day, we're going to end up on these ones. Got a Focus, and lurking under the hood of this thing, a Whipple-blown Coyote. And lest you think this thing is not crammed in there, just check out how far back under the cowl. Really, it's only the front 2 cylinders that are in the actual underhood area. Everything else is stuffed back underneath the cowl section here. The big, beautiful Whipple on there. Check out the interior on this thing. It has all the goodies on it. Custom dash pod, suede on the door panels, Mustang steering wheel. It's automatic in case you were wondering. Roll cage. In case the Whipple was not enough, it does have nitrous. So this thing is nasty. And right behind it's an RS with a very trick looking billet manifold on it. CPE intake. We actually have this same intake on our Fiesta ST, not the same one, but CPE's intake on our Fiesta ST. Probably see more of that in the future. Inside, a little tricked out, mostly just standard Focus RS. But I think that's going to be it, guys. Thanks for walking around with me. This video ended up being way longer than I intended it to be, but it is what it is. A lot of cars here. So, hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, head over to svtperformance.com. Links in the description below. That's where you'll find all the latest news, reviews, and information on your favorite Ford-powered vehicles.